Hello, my beautiful followers. Today is Thursday, January 9th, 2020, and welcome to my channel. If you're new to my channel, I wholeheartedly welcome you, and please do me a favor, go down below, subscribe to my channel, click that bell for your notifications, like, share, and comment. Guys, I'm trying to build my subscribers up, and this is all because these topics are near and dear to me. I am giving information based on real life experiences that happened to me. And I'm not saying that I'm a pro or a professional or a neurologist or know everything about MS, but I'm going to tell you what happened to me, and this is the feedback that I received. So with that being said, please subscribe to my channel. I would greatly appreciate it. And today I'm going to talk about the types of MS, and then I'm going to talk about 2 out of the 4 what they are. So again, I'm not a doctor, and I cannot tell you how this is going to happen, what if it will happen to you or how it would happen to you, because we're all individuals that are different. But I will tell you, if you feel like you have MS, or if you feel like you're having some of the symptoms of MS, which that's going to be a video, I'm going to go over the symptoms. If you are feeling like you have the symptoms of MS, please go get it checked out, because once you get it, you don't want to drag along. You want to just go ahead and knock it out the box and get it all under control. And that's all I'm asking you to do. But there are 4 types of MS. The first one is the CIS, which is the clinically isolated syndrome. And then the next one is the RRMS, which is the relapse and remitting MS. Then the third one is the SPMS, which is the secondary progressive MS. And then the fourth one is the PPMS, which is the primary progressive MS. Now, I'm going to start with the first 2, and I will tell you why I'm going to do it this way, because it kind of helps me lead to how my MS was diagnosed and what happened. So the first 2, like I said, the first one is the CIS, and I'm just going to use the initials. I'm not going to spell out what they say what they are. But the first one is the CIS. With the CIS, it is usually the first episode of a neurologic, I can't get that out, neurologic symptom. And that is caused by inflammation. We talked about inflammation on previous videos, so please go back and look at my videos, guys. And it's the delineation in the central nervous system. So with MS, most of it is from the central nervous system, from the skull, the brain, all that stuff, the optic nerve, all the way down to the spine, all the way down. So all the way down, central nervous system. That is a big nerve. It's go all the way down. Okay. So with that being said, this the CIS also, the episode lasts for 24 hours. It lasts at least 24 hours. And it is a characteristic of MS, but it does not meet the criteria of MS, of a diagnosis of MS, if it did not go for 24 hours. People with CIS, they may or may not go on to develop MS. So the next one is the RRMS, and that's what I was diagnosed with. And with the RRMS, that's where you have the reoccurring, the relapse, the flare-ups, the aspirations, and you get the lesions or the symptoms worsen, and that is the most common. The RRMS is the most common stage of the MS. RRMS is. What I was told is that with RRMS, I will eventually transition to SPMS, which is the secondary MS, a secondary progressive MS. So with all my episodes of falling, flare-ups, fatigue, MRIs being pulled and they're finding new active lesions or lesions that are not active, that's all part of the RRMS. And I can go into remission, and with the recovery, I may completely recover, and I talked about that previously, or I may recover, or I may even gain another symptom. It's just hard to tell with each individual because we're all different. We may all have the same body structure, but everything about us is different. So they have times when they talk about active lesions or active or not active relapses, and also if it's worsening or not worsening. So RRMS tells a lot about the body. It tells a lot about your disease, about the MS disease. So when I said that I was going to do it in the first two, it reminded me with the CIS, reminded me, and I don't know if you go back to my previous video, it'll talk about before I was diagnosed. And the CIS reminds me of that, the fact that I had MS longer than I thought, because as a young person, remember if you go to a previous video, but I'll run it by you really quick. As a young person, I had a lot of migraine headaches. I also I did a lot of falling. I had the tingling in my extremities, and sometimes my fingers would just freeze up and they would ball up like this, and I could not stretch them out without having somebody to push them down. And those were some of the symptoms with MS, and I think for a fact that my MS was much, much sooner than 2013. But for some reason, they do not test younger kids or younger people under the age of 13, I believe. They don't test them for MS, and I don't know what reason why they just don't test them for MS. But I also know that with I think the only way that they really I know that's the only way they test for it, because my doctor told me that they'll only test them for MS if they meet all of the symptoms, or at least 50 to 60% of the symptoms, then they'll go ahead and test them for MS. And I think right now the youngest person that has MS, I think they were like 9 or 10 years old. I have to research that and see, but they were very, very young. But they also said that with MS, it's not contagious. Of course it's not, because it's the central nervous system. How contagious can that be? It's not like you're coughing on somebody. So it's not contagious, and they said that it's not hereditary. So the chances of a father-daughter, a father-son, or a mother-daughter, mother-son, or cousin or siblings or anybody having MS is very, very rare. It's like 0.1%. However, we cannot justify that, because back then people didn't even test for MS. They didn't even know what MS was. I know we didn't test for it. So growing up, they didn't test us for those things. So with that being said, MS is, they don't test the younger people, and they don't test, and then it's not hereditary. So I said all that to tell you that to go and get yourself checked if you're having any of these symptoms. I am going to do a video that lists the symptoms of MS. You will be amazed at the symptoms, and that'll have your mind spinning and saying, should I go get checked? Because when I tell you, I checked everything off that list with the exception of rapid weight loss. And it's amazing. So make sure you get yourself checked. If you feel like you're having anything, even if you don't, what's the worst thing they can tell you is that you have a cold, or you're thinking, you're just dreaming about it. But don't let them get away with that, because if you keep having these same symptoms over and over again, don't let them push you away and say you don't have anything. Make them check everything. I do the process of elimination, and I don't play that with my body. So I keep going at it until somebody gives me a message and tell me what's going on. So don't let them push you away saying you just have a headache, or you just have a cold, or you feel because you may have just the pavement wasn't even or something. Don't let them feed you that line of crap. That's not true. Have them to do the research, have them to do the testing for it, because they have testing available. So with that being said, I'm not going to hold you long. I'm almost at 10 minutes. I can't believe I talked that much already. But with that being said, go get yourself checked. Please, I beg you to get yourself checked for anything. The worst thing they can tell you is no, you don't have it. But get yourself checked for everything that you think you may have. Just go in and get checked. But yeah, don't let them get away with it. Get yourself checked. Do me a favor. If you're new to my channel, please go down below and subscribe. This is wholeheartedly something I need to have you do. I'm trying to build my subscriber base up, but I'm also trying to make this awareness known to everybody. So subscribe to my channel, click the bell for the notification, like, share, and comment. And you guys are greatly appreciated for doing that. But you know your girl can't leave this video without doing her thing for y'all. So the 4 stages of MS, CIS, RRMS, SPS, and PPS was my cup of tea for you today. And cheers to you. This is my cup of tea. I'll see you guys next time. Thank you for visiting me, looking at my video today. Thank you so much. Love you. See you next time. Bye-bye now.